Hey guys, today is day 48. Let me double check. Yep, 48. So, let's see what we get today. Create on or use a book page. Alrighty, that'd be easy. Let me get something going here. We'll figure out something and I'll be right back. Okay, I went and got my book pages. It says to create on or use a book page. So one book page would suffice for the prompt. But I've got a few here just in case I want to use them. And I'm going to take an opportunity to use some things that I've had in one of my drawers over there that I've had a long time. And it's this little set of file folders by Basic Gray. It's called Mini Folders. So I'm going to use this or one of them. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have this manila file folders by Seven Gypsies. I'm going to use one of those, I think. Maybe. I don't know. And I have these little canvas tags that I might use. And then who knows what else. But the first thing I'm going to do is, I think, cover this manila folder with the book paper. I think. No. Hold on. Yes. I'm going to do that. I want to use up some of these pages, so I'm going to cover the front and the back of the manila folder with the book paper. Possibly the inside, but I'm not sure. So let's do that first. Put this stuff out of the way. And I'm just going to take a glue stick and I'm going to put down glue all around the edges to hold on my page. I'm not really worried about the inside. I don't think I'm going to use anything wet, so I don't think it's going to matter if the middle stays down, so I'm mostly concerned about the edges. Alright, and I'm just going to lay this down. Okay, that's down. Then I'm going to go back and trim all this off and then make sure it's tacked down on the edges really well. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be back. I'm going to do the back also. I've got my folder covered and I did do the inside. I left the tab alone because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So it's not covered. The next thing I'm going to do is take these 3 file folders I showed you and I'm going to glue them on the front and back. Maybe inside, haven't decided that yet till I get through the front and back, but I'm going to take these apart. I'm going to just tear them down the middle where they are folded and use a section of it. Let's see if this tears easily. Okay, then they're double-sided, so you have to decide which side you like. I think I'll put this one on the front and I may put this on the back. But the first one's going to go in the center of the book page. And so I'm going to be gluing all this on. Alright, I've been fiddling with this, trying to figure out how I want to do this. I was going to make the front and back match, but I changed my mind because I don't want the tab. In order for me to show the tab, I have to offset the page. Like, let me show you in here. Like this. And then you have a gap, which is fine, because I can put a strip of something here and it'd be okay. But the way this was working out, I didn't like it. So I used the front of this one on the front page and I used the back or front of this one on the back page. I'm going to use these on the inside and cut the tab off. Then I'm going to use what's left and incorporate the tabs in somehow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to cut this off and glue these 2 in. Okay, and then I'll be back when that's done. Okay, the inside's covered. So now, so far, we have this. Oops. And what's left is these 2 half pieces of the folder. And what I'm going to do is take my little cutting board here and I'm going to cut the tab off, but I'm going to cut it from here straight across the page because I want to use this section. And then I'll deal with this later. So I'm going to do that to both of these. Cut from here across. I've cut them. So now these are our tabs and put those over there. And these are the remaining pieces. Now before I glue these in, I'm going to distress the edges of everything. I'm probably going to do something to the outside, but I want to distress in here and around these edges. And you can do it before you do all this gluing, but I never know what I'm going to do, so I just usually wait till the end and just try to add it in. I'm going to distress these two and the outside edges around there. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to use Distress Ink Walnut Stain. So I'll be back when that's done. And in case you don't know how to distress, you just take your paper and whatever tool you're using to distress with. It could be a makeup sponge or some tool that you've purchased, you know, for this specific purpose. Or you could just run your paper in your pad. There's different ways to do it. Use a Q-tip. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, the edges have been distressed. What I'm going to do now is take these pieces and I'm going to put them in this book, but they're going to be down here at the bottom like this, and they're going to only be glued in on 3 sides. So I'm going to use a little bit of tacky glue here and glue this down. So the top's open, and I'm going to do the same to this one. While these are drying, what I want to do next is the little tab that I cut off of this paper here, I want to glue it in here, but this tab here is so big that it doesn't look right, and I don't really want to paint the inside. I'll do something with the back, but for this one, I'm going to go ahead and actually just go ahead and glue it in. I did not distress the edges of the tab, so I may have to come in and put a little bit on there. Okay, the tab's in there now. So then what I'm going to do is, as soon as this is dry enough, which it probably is now, I'm just going to cut this off. This little outer edge here, I'm going to cut it off. So my tab's going to be smaller. Okay, so now my tab is smaller. That makes it easier for these to go on. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to glue them to these pages here. And I want this side to be showing, so I'm going to glue it here like this. But I'm going to cut them off. I'm not going to use this piece up here because I don't want to cover this area. So I'm going to lay these down where I want them. I want it to be that tall. And then I'm just going to mark a general area where I can cut it across and make a tab. So I'm going to cut across here, make my tab, and that way I can glue it right there like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Okay, so now this is what I have, and I'm going to glue them down. This one's going to go down here. It gets glued to this page, and I'll butt it up against the bottom down there. And then this one is going to be right here. So I'm just going to lay that there like that. And because this is going on the other page, I'm just going to put my little bit of glue here. Ah! Not my plan. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan, but that's okay. Things like that happen. If it doesn't, then you're a robot. My paper underneath, my mat, is bowing up a little bit, so it's a problem. That's what's creating the problem. So I'm going to do that. Okay, then I can straighten it out over here. Okay, what I have out now is the book pages I want to use. There's 5 sheets. I'm going to take each one and I'm going to spread gesso over them and get rid of a lot of the text, but not all of it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of gesso on like this, just a little bit, because I don't want a lot. Maybe I should put it out here. So I'm just going to go through each page and do this, and I'm going to do front and back. Okay, so I'll be back when I finish that. Okay, I have all my pages gessoed on both sides. What I want to do now is I've got them all layered here like this together. I'm going to tear off the top. Okay, so now there's my top, and I'm going to decide how long I want my papers to be. Probably about that long. I'm going to tear off the bottom. And I'll reposition these around like this so they don't all go the same way at the bottom. And then I'm going to tear off my side about right there. Okay, and then this side, I'll take a couple at a time because I don't want them to be exactly the same. Okay, next thing I want to do is I took these extra pieces that were left from tearing off our little tabs, and I took this one and I decided how long I wanted my piece, and I tore it. And then I folded it in half like this, and now I'm going to put a little hole at the top. Okay, and I've got a little piece of ribbon here. It's actually crocheted lace, and I'm going to stick it through this hole. Just tie the top. I'm not going to try to loop it because it's too thick. Okay, I'm not even going to do it twice. I'm just going to do it once. I could always put a little dab of glue to hold it there. And then I want to take this piece here and I want to staple my little papers together right here. And we'll do it once, just once. Okay, so if you choose to, you can use these little papers as a little scrap piece of paper to doodle on or write on, or you know, paint flowers on or whatever, and leave them in here like this, or you can tear them out. And if you tear them all out, then when you're done tearing them out, you have this little piece left, and you can use that in a little album or something. It could be glued in. So it's all usable stuff. I'm going to stick it in my pocket there. I'm going to leave it high enough to see this out the top. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side using this piece here. So I'll be right back. Okay, what I have now is all the papers I tore apart. I pulled out one piece here that I like, and it goes like this because the writing's like this, but I want it like this because the writing doesn't matter. What it says doesn't matter to me at all. So I'm going to take my Stays On Brown ink and I'm going to stamp. I don't know if it'll fit. Let's see. I think I'm going to stamp Notebook because that's kind of what it is. Alright, so that's done, and I'm going to distress it with my Distress ink just like I did the rest of the book. Then before I put anything together, I'm going to put some gesso on my book, on the front and probably the back, just with my finger. So I'm just going to do this. Okay, I didn't do the inside, but it did get on the inside, and I don't care, it's fine. What I'm going to do now is take my Distress ink and just put a little bit on my mat here and wet my finger and get it activated and go over this a little bit. I'm not going to do any more to the inside because I can come back later and do more. I'm not sure what to do about this, but for now, just for fun, I'm going to write my name in there. Then I'm going to take the front, and I've got this starter tag that was over there, and y'all know how I feel about starter tags, right? So you never know when one's going to pop up that you can use and you need it. So I want to put that down here, but I want to put a little bit of this same crocheted lace on top of it, and I want to glue this down here. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on there, just so I don't have to sit here and hold glue because of the bumpiness here. Alright, so let's take this off. Let's put a little bit of glue up here. I'm going to glue that right about here, okay? The tape will help hold it down while the glue dries. And this will be up a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I could clip it. We could do that while we're working. If it makes anybody happy. Alright. Then I'm going to take this little piece I worked on here and I'm going to put that down. But I also have a flower that I distressed while I was distressing the tag. I'm going to glue this down about right there. And then I'm going to take this and glue it down. right there. I think that's really, really cute. And then what else? You could put a little something on the back if you want to. You could put one of these little pieces of paper, like for your title, like for your date and name or something when you sign it. And I'll probably cover this. But for now, I think we're gonna call this done. So that's what we've got. Manila folders, a starter tag, flower, book pages, a little bit of crocheted lace. All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow for prompt number 49. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. I'm back. Again, you guess why? Because I put all my stuff away and I was getting ready to remove my mat and take the photo. And I thought something's just missing, and it's a little bit of black. And I was going to put black splatters on there, but then I thought, no, I don't want black splatters everywhere. So I pulled out my little distress stamp here, and I'm going to put a little bit of black on it. And there we go. Ah, so much better. So much better. I just wanted a few places. I'm carrying it across here so that it looks like it was meant to be there. And let's do a little bit back here. A little bit on there. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right, that makes a big difference to me. Now I'm going. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.